Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Just gonna take uh take this time right now to just speak about some things, where we're at. Hope everyone who finds this broadcast, this stream, is doing well wherever and everywhere you are, no matter the time of day or night. So it's the weekend, and first of all, happy Mother's Day. I don't think I have a lot of female viewers, but I do though. Shout out to the female viewers out there. Shout out to the mothers. Um, Happy Mother's Day. This in the United States. This is Mother's Day weekend. You know, let's get right into it. So it's looking like we're getting, as far as cryptocurrencies is concerned, it's looking like we're getting a bit of a increase in prices. I would say, right? 5, 10, 15%. It's not bad. We'll take it, right? It's better than -5, -10, negative. Even when things drop down 80, 90%, that's regular in crypto, right? Regular. In the real world, people would panic, jump off a ledge. And I don't mean that to be funny. Hmm. So now that we're past this well, I would say 95, maybe 98, 9% past the SEC debacle. They say they got 60 more days. Like after Independence Day, I don't want to hear anything anymore about some SEC. Sagamore, I see you. I see you. Mix, aka Josh Soleil, what's happening? Barometer's looking glizzy. What? They doing a sack to what? Y'all out of control. Y'all out of control. Y'all out of control. Yeah, like the recent sack. Like for example, the recent sack. You can't stop people from doing what they're gonna do. It's reality. People are going to spend money in ways that you won't, or the ways that I won't. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. Folks are gonna fleece. Folks are gonna rob. They're gonna steal. They're gonna do all these things, and then you have those of us that want to do things a better way, and not necessarily as far as like being a developer or influencer or whatever. You want to be an investor where you don't want to lose. You're not in the mood to lose, right? And right now we're in a space right now where things are okay. They're looking kind of positive, right? At least the last few days. So we're gonna see what Ethereum brings. As everything post chain related is beholden upon Ethereum's performance. So we're gonna see what that brings. Because I said this before, make no mistake about it, folks. Everyone's waiting on post chain side. Everyone's waiting for Richard to pump the bags, pump the market. That's just a known. That's just given. If you don't know, now you know. Everybody just waiting for Richard to quote unquote pull all the levers, which says a lot. Developers have said this. Former or Hex people who were early in Hex have said this. Influencers have said this, right? Streamers have said this. I've said it because this is just what has been shown. Can people just kind of like tie it 100% directly to him? I don't think so. But people 99% believe he's the reason why Hex pumped to 10,000x. You know what I mean? Like, and they're just waiting for him to do the same thing again now with Pulse. Like, my thing is, he's just waiting up for a bunch of money to come in so he could blend in, right? Waiting for Ethereum to do what it has to do so then he could just now make his moves. You don't want to just jump in the sea of ocean by yourself and everybody looking at you like, huh? We already knew it was you, but you're going to do this like that? You're going to be that brazen? He don't want that because he's Mr. Privacy, Mr. Mixer, Mixer Trixer, Tornado Mixer. Back in the days, there was this Tumblr called Bit Petite. For y'all who are around, you know. I think turned out to be a nasty scam. That was crazy. Bit Petite. Anyway, yeah, that's what we wait because it's crazy. Who's buying who? You want to keep telling people, talk, spread the good word, spread the good word, spread the good word. It's been 5 years. Over 5 years. Been spent 5.5 years. December 19, 2019, Hex was launched. We passed February. We passed 5.5 year mark. We just passed it. But Hex, like, if you know, you know. Okay, yeah, it's long term type situation, but people have short attention span. Yeah, short attention span. No one's talking about T-shirt like that as much. Staking for 15 years, X amount of years. He doesn't even speak. He did a stream. He dropped a stream last week. He didn't mention anything about T-share B square. He didn't say anything about T-share B square because it's no longer about T-shares anymore. People, it's like if you miss the boat, you miss the boat. But still, at the same time, spread the good word. There's so many words people have to spread. You don't know where to start. If you coming in fresh and new, bless your heart. Because you inundated and bombarded with all kinds of other coins on the chain, bro. Like you're not thinking about no Hex. You're not thinking about some point. And if you are, yeah, but you also think you watching thousands of other coins on the chain. You don't know whether you're coming or going. Bless your heart, yo. Bless your heart. It's just different. It's not the same anymore. This is not Hex on an L1. This is actually another separate L1, which is the fork of the original L1 that Hex is on. Now you're on the Ethereum stake copy fork. That's an L1 that has thousands of its own coins, thousands of its own stories, thousands of its own uh, 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 performance trajectory, coin narratives going thousands. Like, you know, and so you're trying to pick the best one. You're trying to pick the best coin that got the best story, best narrative, strongest community, strongest potential, strongest gamble. Which coin, if I hold on to it, if it's not directly created by Richard, can I win? Can I win with right now? But if you're on his chain, you know it got to be, and you did your coin a certain way, you know it's tied to the performance of his four coins, or at least the gas token and Dex. So that's what people are betting on. That's what people have been betting on. That's what I've seen. Because I was wondering why the all of 2024, like it's not about the builder. No one was supporting builders. No, it wasn't about that. It was about how people weren't having faith in Hex, losing faith in Hex, Pulse, and Pulse X, doing 10,000x gains. All these other coins made those gains and more. It wasn't about believing Hex was going to do that. It was about believing a new situation, a new coin, new idea, or maybe a copy of some other idea, whatever, had to be launched with a nice plan, schematics, tokenomics, gamble, do your liquidity strategy, do your launch strategy, sniper bot, insider group, tell people you're close to what you're doing, plan in the shadows so that way you can succeed in the light. All that shit was going on. And it was just left and right. Oh, this one 5,000, this one 10,000, this one 100,000, this one 200,000x, this one a million x. All this, yeah. While Hex, Pulse Chain, and Pulse X, not only did it move sideways for a long period of time, it dropped considerably, dropped and sideways. It's just been down, sideways, and to the right. That's why when we were hearing some of us that we, like a person like myself, I was beating the pulse chain, the hex drum, maxi drum this whole time. And then I'm hearing people no longer talk about 100x for pulse chain, 1,000x, 10,000. Oh, 10,000x is like you're a joke. You're a meme now. Like 10,000x, sure. You could play 100 clips of Richard saying it, saying like there's a potential that these things can go. Why shouldn't it go? Why can't Pulse X? Why can't Pulse go 10,000? You play those clips, it don't even matter. That's like a joke. No one was taking those things serious. That's why people are coming out, oh, Pulse Chain, Pulse X, only gonna do a 10x. Meanwhile, things that other people were launching were just, my goodness. And here I am thinking I was doing something by holding on to the core principles. I was a loser. 100%. You're losing. You lose. Plus, you got the ill wrecked blues. You lose. Plus, you got the ill wrecked blues. Losing. You were a Hex Maxi or RH Maxi this whole time. You lost, bro. Even you DCing, you just praying to even just break even at this point. You DCing this whole time, DCA. You trying to, maybe make sacking a little bit above to get your ROI and then bounce or hold and do whatever. You just underwater. He don't talk Maxi talk. Richard, you heard him say anything about Maxi? Hey, shout out to the Maxis. I have to laugh because I'm laughing at myself. Because the people who laughed at the Maxis turned out to be right. Even people who laughed at the Maxis who turned out to be scammers were right. I'm gonna give you a list of coins off the top of my head. I didn't even invest in them. I just found out 2 years well, let me say towards it from between the end of 23, the winter of 2023 till now, those coins outperformed everything RH related. I'll give you a handful off the top. And if you know of any in the right, leave it in the chat. Leave it in the chat. Like, and I'm not talking about scam like projects that have come in and rugged the people. I'm talking about stuff that's still around, yo. And it annoys me, man, because I'm here beating another drum. Oh, you guys are doing all these hundreds and thousands of X's. No, I'm RH all day, RH all day, RH all H all day, and RH in pain. Yeah, wallet in pain. And this is why, like, even is I'm kind of feel a little, I'm somewhat ambivalent to even mention the tokens now, because it's like if I talk about the tokens, it's like what my audience is gonna go run after it and see what's good with those tokens, and they already made their gains. So this is why I don't talk about shit like that all the time, because I don't want y'all looking at me all crazy and then blaming me for you not being accountable for the decisions you make, as if I forced you to go buy some. Nah, I don't even think I'm gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. It's no point. That's the thing. Like, I'm careful with the marketing. I've always been one to, like, yo, be conscious and accountable of what you say on online, because I don't want to be held responsible for nothing. It's cool to say not financial advice, do your own research and all that, but I've been in crypto since 2017, and people play games saying those things. They think that saying not financial advice and do your own research is going to protect them from getting sued, or even worse, protect them from getting hurt in life. It's not a joke. I don't take this. Look. You don't think people gotten hurt behind crypto? Seriously, like taken out of this world, head blown off, knocked off. Like, not playing with these. This is just real. It's money. We're not. This is not Harry Potter, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z foolishness. It's not that. And shout out to y'all that follow Dragon Ball Z and anime and all that, because I'm somewhat of an anime nerd myself. You see how the dogs in the background are beefing? They say that's validation of what I'm saying. Like, all these coins, a lot of coins outperformed RH. Now it's time for him to show and prove. Where's your glory, sir? We need to go higher. Bye Pwessha. You know what I mean? We need to go higher. Bye Pwessha. Like, you dissing people, you like sideways. Like, listen, man. If he was listening to my stream the last 6 months, I already, if I was listening to somebody talking about me the way I've been talking about him for the last 6 months, I wouldn't like me either. I wouldn't like me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't listen to somebody like me talking crazy about me. But at the same time, you gotta know what that's about. You gotta know where it's coming from. It ain't just come out of nowhere. I'm not one to always give you something one way. I try to be as objective as possible, even though I'm somewhat biased because I got skin in the game. I also got to speak for people who are not necessarily invested like I am, like that. That not even trying, that I brought into the system, that I've onboarded. Like this last week, it was like, yo, I was almost gonna call y'all sell pressure. Yeah, but because what you mean sell pressure? Well, as if people should never sell. You playing games now. Now you playing games with the people. You pretending like you just hold on crypto and you never sell nothing. Meanwhile, you hail and praise privacy, right? Because, oh, it's your right, your birthright, and all stuff. Because I don't disagree. But you mean to tell me you never sold anything? You're just, that's it. You just hold on to everything and that's it. You just diamond hand, holy grail, exemplifying everything it means to have strong hands. That's you all the way to the top. Never sold a dime. I doubt that. I doubt that. I doubt that. And you know what? If you never did, that's you. There's 8 billion other personalities out here, and not all of them are in crypto. And the fraction of the 8 billion that's in crypto, guess what? We not you. We do what we do individually. We have our own minds, our own personalities to do what we want. Selling is a part of the game. Sell pressure. Selling is part of the game. If you've been in this whole thing since 21, you sacrifice. You've been waiting, and then don't you understand that selling is part of the game? You can't stop people from selling. How you gonna get to the rewards you've been waiting for? Even if you delay your gratification as far as you create all these hex stakes, this beautiful talk that even I bought into. Ladder, create ladders. Oh, hex staking, stake long, long, long. When those stakes end, what are you supposed to do? Look at them and then stake them some more again? When do you take them out and enjoy your life? When do you spend? Never. That's not real, bruh. That's the whole thing about this. People don't keep shit real. And just like the whole time with even the early days of Hex up till now, even when it went 20, in 22 months, it did 50 it went to 55 whatever cents, 56, 50, 56 cents. Blah blah blah. You think those people were on camera, on the internet, online, telling the world, yeah, 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 we got rich because we were delaying our gratification. They were saying that online, but in real life they were dumping, because how can you touch the bread if it's staked out? You can't. Number one, you don't have the hex once you stake it. So how are these people, prancing and retiring and flaunting and doing all this? Huh? They kept the bag to sell, kept dumping, 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 dumping. Pwessha, Pwessha. You want to talk about sell pressure? You should have been talking about, tell the people who from the beginning, who showed people the different way, who showed people one way on the internet. Richard should tell those people that supposed to have been supporting him from the beginning how fake they were to the world. You on stream talk about, oh yeah, 55, 55, Hex is this, Hex is that. Yeah, Hex Army, this and that. We got all this going on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stake, 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 55, 55. Weekly streams, streamers every other day, weekly for weeks. Yeah, a year, 2 years. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not telling you that they dumping, 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 selling, selling, selling. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. That's how you're able to maintain your millions. It's cool. Just admit that. This dude talk about everybody here. He's gonna call everybody sell pressure. Yeah, because that's part of the game. People buy, people sell, people hold, people do a bunch of people trade. What does he do? Did he not trade? And isn't he looking crazy? Until Ethereum goes above 37, $3,800, he's still looking crazy with the trade he made. He's a trader too. So what we talking about? You know the secret, some of the secrets to this. I'm gonna share a secret. Yo, early bird gets the worm. It's hard, but early bird gets the worm. You get into these things early and you hold on, you got a great chance of winning. You get into these things early in crypto and you hold on and you do what it is that you have to do early, though. Early. You don't even have, when I say hold on, not necessarily even be a hodler, but you got to get in early. Look at Hex now, right? Think about it. Be objective, people. Be objective, as objective as it could be. Oh, yeah, we're still early. If over 5 years, December be 6. Early for who? Like, if in the grand scheme of things, if you think Hex is going to replace the US dollar, then I guess it's early. If you think that's going to be the number one world reserve currency, then yeah, it's early. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I've never been in some kind of situation like that where we watch it. I mean, all this is revolutionary and game changing, right? But real on a real level where, come on, bro, where a week goes by in crypto. If you miss a day, you miss a week. If you miss a week, you miss a month. You miss a month, you miss a year. Everything moving fast in crypto. And we've been in this thing or known about at least this piece of old technology can be considered old. X 5 years, over 5 years, and the people that've known about it for long aren't not buying it like they should. Like people would like you and I to believe. Who's really buying it like that? Like really, except those of us that stake, that been buying. You stake, you compound again, or you hold. Maybe you want to hold a percentage liquid, and then you stake some more out. Blah blah blah. Those of you of us who invested into it like that. Look at the derivatives that came out to support Hex and everything it got going on with the T-share mechanics and blah blah blah. People don't talk about those things anymore. It's like old news, old news. Alex from Hedron dropped a clip, a link on Twitter. Simple protocol. We don't know what that is, and he came out of the shadows because he went quiet for a while. He was supposed to do something where you could, use Hex on Hedron on Ethereum and Pulse Chain on one, I guess, one platform or one protocol, whatever, whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's that. Maybe who knows. But he was the first one to come out with something to work with Hex T-share derivative. Blah blah blah. And I got no burn. No one really cares. No one really streams about it no more until you see green candles. That's going to start from where? From RH pulling the levers to pump the market. Because everything that's tied, bonded, y'all like to, he calls himself creating the term Hart's Law. So anything that's tied to whatever he got going on, if what he got going on pumps, then there's a good chance anything that's bonded to it will go up too. And the obverse and the reverse is true. Like some people have coins that they'll go up with his coins, Heart Law, and they got something else extra going on with their technology. To where even if his coins does a 3, 4, 5x, their coins will do multiples on top of whatever X's Pulse does on top of that, even crazy. That's why you see a lot of coins, they just outperform. It's just what it is, man. They beat RH, anything RH related so far, man. Shit crazy, bro. Crazy. It's annoying, bro. It's annoying, bro. It's annoying, bro. Like I aspire for every one of my listeners and viewers who've been here, who understand the what's going on better than a no coiner. I aspire for all of us to be successful, y'all. You know what I mean? Like successful. Like really, really, really receive what we've been waiting for. What we deserve. This has just been crazy. Moving forward for me, like I said it already, I can't believe everything RH talks about like that. I can't, because he's presented contradictions, man, like into a heavy, like a crazy level. I don't know. Maybe he was losing his mind slowly. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. He doesn't denounce people who've done bad things in his community, or at least if you're not going to identify the crooks, the grifters in the community, at least denounce the behavior. But you want to talk about some Celsius and Mashinsky and all these other people, you got them shits right in your own community, bro. Many Mashinskys scheming, flim flamming, right in your own community. You want to pretend like this shit don't exist on Pulse Chain? Like the disease is not there, the cancer, the tumors are not there. They're not benign, they're malignant. When you avoid it, should get worse. And then you asking people, oh yeah, give me more, give me more marketing, give me more people to come so I can mask my moves, hide my moves into everything everybody else doing. Because right now, if you see a big candle, how you gonna talk about, oh, you right? God candle. That means you at liberty now. because you have no real smoke with the SEC like that anymore. You're at liberty to now speak and make forward moving price statements, huh? With a little ambiguity involved with it, huh? What are you doing? Oh yeah, don't be surprised any day now. You see a God candle. Probably won't be, because if it's from your friends haven't been friendly with you. What friend is gonna do that? What friends is gonna be so benevolent and generous to help you and dump money into the system to create godly candles? No, it's gonna be you, Richard. It's gonna be him. But he wants this whole thing to be like, yo, not like kind of like in the shadows. He don't want to be out there like that. But he's gonna have to, because it's been over. It's gonna yo, listen, man. Monday will be 2 years since Post Chain officially launched mainnet. Monday will be no, not yeah. Monday will be 2 joints, 2 years, y'all. 2 years. This ain't a win. Yeah, you won the case. I ain't mad at you. Sure. But as far as price performance and what you got going on, no, it's a dub. Like the kid, it's a dub. It's an L. Meager results, lackluster. This ain't it, bro. Show improve, show more. And until we see what we deserve, or I see like the sentiment is just like above on a nice incline until we reach the next bear market, y'all. He's just gonna get this type of, like, it's just gonna be this type of messaging that I'm gonna give out, because I'm like, yo, this is real life. This is real life. Who you asking to market some more when the entire community's been marketing for 5.5 years? What more marketing you need? You want to be on a podcast like the most popular podcast in the world? You could afford to pay for that. It's like I'm sure you had to pay for the high powered attorney team you had to defend you with the SEC. You could afford to pay, right? You were what? The world's biggest diamond? That was your thing? You thought the world cared about the Enigma that you purchased? You thought the world cared, but you had the world's biggest diamond. You could afford to get that. What was that? 4 or 5 million, whatever. All these Philip Patek watches that you thought the world cared about, and the world really doesn't care. You could use some of that bread and sit on a whatever. What podcast? You could sit on it. What, Piers Morgan, Joe Rogan? You could afford that. Do that. You keep begging people over and over and over and over to, begging, acting like, oh yeah, I don't work for you, but you still begging. Just be real. I don't work for you. You want to see something that you do it. And you got a love-hate relationship with Vitalik. And then you're gonna say, oh yeah, you do care if Ethereum goes up. I'm sure you do. You have 170,000 reasons to care. And you added that. You added 170,000 reasons to care for Ethereum to go up. I don't understand this guy anymore, people. Like, it's like, you think I like talking about this like that, yo? I thought in 2025, in the spring of 2025, we'd be in, like, just in the thick of things with the bull run, like in the thick of things. This is a bull run, really. It's a bull run, believe it or not, folks. Well, some people, they're having a glorious time, glorious. And over here is backwards, it's upside down. It's like, yo, what the hell this guy doing, man? Oh yeah, I feel that this is gonna be. I'm gonna just give just anytime I'm talking. If I feel a way about anything he's doing, I'm dropping it on the internet and I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm dropping it on the internet. I'm gonna keep it moving because the world's gonna know eventually, for whoever cares, right? Because I still have people who listen to me. As small as my channel is, people still listen. You're gonna know. Not everybody was out here cheerleading blindly on some brainwash, toxic level, right? Just regurgitating everything Richard Hart related. Absolutely not. When you're on point, I'll give you credit when you're on point. If you off point, I have to highlight that too because money's involved. That's the reason why, because money is involved. If my money wasn't involved with none of this, I wouldn't even care. I'm being honest. Wouldn't even care what's going on. I'm like, oh, sucks to be in that situation. But no, money's involved. So until then, it's just gonna be equal opportunity, equal smoke, consistent smoke. That's it. You know, I saw a post with Maximus. He put out a post saying, FlexNet is better than PulseChain. Like they put out a post. I guess they launched a chain, FlexNet. I didn't do anything about it. I don't know much of anything about it. I heard Dip Catcher speak about it briefly, excuse me, on a stream, but I didn't really focus, hone in, and pay attention because those are another set of guys that they launched tokens like basically derivatives of Hex. They were heavily doing that in 2022, and since then, with the whole, I guess they've become a lot jaded behind Richard and his behavior with Ethereum Hex last year. So now I guess they have an actual blockchain, layer one versus Pulse chain, and they're competing with him directly while they have their own coins on his chain. This is the level of this is the situation. This is what it's come to. That's one example of what it's come to. Richard had people who are excited to develop young guys, and these guys are competitive. And I've talked about, because I didn't agree with everything they've done. Just like I mentioned Alex from Hedron. The first two groups, Alex from Hedron and the Maximus guys, were the first since 22 to launch something tied with Hex. Launch tokens tied with Hex and blah, blah, blah. And since then, both teams have just did whatever they've done, Life is life. But Richard has a way, because he could easily say he doesn't talk about any other coins. Meanwhile, he mentioned Hedron and he mentioned Maximus back in 22. If you know, you know. He mentioned those words came out of his jibs. And, of course, these guys were happy, right? Rightfully so. But then later on that year, they've experienced differences because they had problems in their code on two of their separate contracts, at least that I know of, like crazy. Anyway, RH don't support people who don't really, he don't know much about, and that and this and that and this. But it's like, these are the people that's actually trying to help bring marketing too. Sure, they created their own coins, but they're trying to bring awareness to the chain and doing all this and that. So which is it? He told Rags to Riches, when Rags asked him, what would you like to see built on Pulse? He told Rags, if it was up to him, he would have nothing to see built. He wouldn't want nothing built on Pulse Chain. But you oh, because if you have, you want chain link here, you got chain link. You want ERC20s, you got copies of them over there. None of those people who are on Ethereum did anything on Pulse after 2 years. Chainlink didn't do anything on Pulse, even though they got a whole copy of their whole situation going on Pulse. Did they create any UIs? Did their communities migrate over? Did any, you know what I mean? No, none of that happened. 2 years later, what's it gonna take? How many times are you gonna say world free airdrop, free airdrop, free airdrop, free airdrop? I thought that was the plan, to get people on Ethereum, allow them to be aware that they have the same situation they got going on a new chain. So you're thinking the more the merrier. You're thinking that's a double up. In my mind, I'm thinking, oh damn, this is abundance of abundance of abundance. But people try to tell you about some scarcity mindset that is not going to work. They bring in their own levels of inadequacy, but tell you you have scarcity mindset. They're telling you, listen, no, 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 no. You can't have two. You could only think about one. Only deal with one. Hence the P hex, E hex, BS debacle. Like both can exist, coexist, whatever. And then it's been up and down with that. It's been flim flam, wishy wash with that too. Hey guys, the market decided. First he said that in August 23, the market decided. Then in March of 24, that's when he issued the final nail in the coffin. Hey, dum dums, I told you the market decided. And then EX PX debacle, and then as if like you're gonna forget an old friend that got you the way you are, and like it can't like, what are we doing? Does it disappear? What do you do? What you do? You create a confusion in a sense because everything is like you got to deal with the consequences of what you do. You're gonna double everything up. People are gonna be like, yo, which one should I deal with? Which one? What is this? So did what this was this really thought out? Was it thought out? Right? I don't know, but we caught in the middle. We caught in the middle. Those of us who invested, who still got coins, we caught in the middle. How thought out was this really? When you got a collective like Aave who launched their protocol on Solana. Meanwhile, Pulse Chain, what happened with Pulse? Is no respect. You think Solana doesn't know about you think the world of crypto does not know about Pulse Chain? Like seriously? Like if you really tapped in, tuned in to an eclectic, quirky personality like RH, you think the world of crypto, like if you in DeFi, you don't know about RH and Hex and Pulse Chain, and you've been in this thing since 22, 21. Come on, man. Who are you fooling? Who are you fooling? It's just people don't like them. I'm telling y'all, I'm giving y'all the principle. I'm giving y'all the game from my perspective. I'm not saying I'm right. Could be wrong, but it's not adding up. None of this is adding up. There's a clip that I play all the time where he talks about the VCs could go F themselves. Promoters and YouTubers and streamers can go F themselves. That the community doesn't need them. Like, no, that the community doesn't need them. Think about how much money he has and what he can do. It's because people don't like him, yo. Not like that. I mean, I understand everybody's not gonna like everyone. There's nobody that everybody likes. We get that. But the level of this day and that acrimonious energy they had towards Richard is disgusting, bro. Like this shit is like nasty work. Nasty work. And he don't help it either. He make it worse sometimes. He make it worse with the shit he does. I'm telling you. Y'all could glaze him all you want. I'm not here for all that. I'm here to ensure that these things get documented from a different perspective, a contrary type perspective, contrarian view. Like, no, no, no. Listen here, man. The thing look crazy. I'm gonna say it's crazy. I'm gonna say it's crazy. He just waiting for praying for somebody to come drop some money on the chain so then he can do his thing and not look like it's just him that's pumping the market. That's why he's asking people even now still for marketing because he's itching because now he won. So who wouldn't want to just bust off all over the chain right now and just for glory? Who wouldn't want to do that? But he can't right now because he's gonna look crazy in these streets. Meanwhile, you don't have smoke with the SEC anymore. So why you I don't know, bro. Sunlight, Eagle AI, I see y'all. turned down Lex Friedman, stepping stone to Joe Rogan. Oh, he turned down Lex Friedman. Oh, okay. He wanted dude to be in the studio. Al Merlos, it's been a while, man. Hope all is well. What's up, Al Merlos? We need to release. There's a thing that keeps blocking the comments. I can't even read them properly. But yeah, man. Well, that's it, folks. I hope y'all enjoying the rest of your Saturday, your weekend, all that good stuff, man. We still here. We're in the trenches, man. We are in the trenches of this thing, man. My goodness. Something got to give. Something got to give. Finn Bear, what's going on? Good evening. Good evening. Joe Pulse X, what's happening? 40% to green candles, 10% in marketing. I tell you, bulletproof. Yeah, I tell you, listen, how much marketing do how much marketing, like, and people still doing the postcards. Like, that's a thing. That's sure. Okay, postcards, that's a thing. Yeah. Folks are still doing conferences. People are still doing videos. People are still streaming. People are still doing their own internet. The presence on the internet is big in crypto internet. Spaces, come on, bruh. Streaming, come on. What more marketing you talking about? You're gonna keep trying to draw from some type of a dry situation. Like, you're trying to draw, what's the saying go? Trying to draw blood from a stone, a rock. What do you want? Like, what is it? What are you talking about? Oh, good, the good word, good word. That takes work. Good word. That takes time. Oh, spread the good word. That takes energy. Spread the good word. And guess what? That takes money too in some cases. Spread the good. Are you paying? No. So, and guess what? You don't work for nobody, right? Why should anybody work for you? Huh? That's not even the mentality it should be. It should be everybody's working for everybody. We all working for each other to make this work. If it weren't for the community, Hex, Pulse Chain, none of this would have any value. None of this Bitcoin, if it weren't for the people, none of this would have any value. We lend these things our faith and belief and our energy and our money. We give it to them. So stop with the I don't work for you and all this weird energy, bro. Meanwhile, you do work for us. You have been working for us, just like we've been working for him too. I don't like that. We don't need to be in this weird language vernacular avoidance type situation with some SEC. That shit's already done. Like, it's done, bro. Look at that. SEC. Look what Sunlight just said. That Maddie All In lives near Joe Rogan. There you go. Work that out, Maddie. If you care, Maddie, if you care, work that out. You know, create some situation where he knows how to create a meeting of the minds, Maddie. You can't put that. He knows how to make people connect people and minds together and get things popping. So there you go. I don't know. What do I know? Nothing. Nothing. But yo, I don't know, man. All this, it's actually a cult for real. Like, I really wasn't buying into the whole cult thing because I wasn't, I guess, I didn't see myself being like deeply entrenched in that level. Like, cult, what do you mean? But I could see some folks looking at this as, yeah, it's become somewhat of a cult, or at least a cult following, some kind of cult following. But yo, nah, I've never been one to really follow people like, 100% blindly like that. Nah, we're not doing that. Can't do that. Can't do that. I'm a husband. I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm a son. I'm a brother. I'm a godparent. Like, I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, I serve when the occasions arise for me to serve community and all that. I don't have time to be blindly following a nondescript talking head that contradicts himself all the time. It's sad. It's annoying, actually. Sometimes the less he says is the better. I would rather him not talk enough, like not talk as much. As long as you're sticking to a certain narrative and you're not presenting hypocrisy and contradiction to confuse the people, speak less. But no, that's him. He's gonna do what he want to do, and we still wait for him to pump the bags because we still been waiting. Well, we waiting, and we're gonna wait for him to pump the bags. Cause what's gonna make you move faster? How many amicus brief people signed? How many sacrifices that people have to do? How many shirts and merchandise that people create? How many tours and workshops that people have to, on behalf of the community? Huh? Donations and donations and all kinds of stuff going on, huh? Even bailing each other out. People who got hacked. How many people got hacked in the community and got bailed out because the community came together and felt bad and tried to help some people out, huh? Make them whole. Even somebody who got caught in the airport with a bullet, who was a mouthpiece of the community talking about bang bang makes sense, quick maths, got bailed out. So it's not like you're dealing with people who don't care. You're not dealing with people who just like void of conscience. You have compassion here. You don't abuse that though. You don't take advantage of that. You don't disrespect that. You know what I mean? Like, there's some good that's been done, but you don't step off or step on that and destroy what you step on what you created with your mind and your hands, and you just destroy it with your ego and pride and hubris. This dude is teetering. He's on the verge. He's like half and half, teetering, yo. Teetering. You won this SEC thing. Now approach this thing on a more mature, balanced level. He's lacking that in that way. Like you could tell, like he doesn't have any real solid support system like that. He doesn't. It's sad, yo. His support system is wacky, yo. Like you looking at him like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You don't even have you. They say he taught people, or in his sidebar thing, he taught people how to apologize. And whatever you taught, you need to apply in your life, sir. You know what I mean? You got people out here that just been putting it on the line. Like, listen, on the line, meaning, no, we're going to talk 55-55. We're going to talk delayed gratification. We're going to talk why hex is important. We're going to talk why people should stake. We're going to talk why people should take care of themselves now so that they can live longer later. We're going to talk all these good things, and we're going to be consistent with it, not inconsistent, not hypocritical, not contradict ourselves. But when the head of the whole operation presents contradiction, what are you left with? What are you left to do? If the top ain't even following their own edicts and principles anymore, what are you on the bottom left to do? There you go. And I'm talking about a person who's forward thinking, who's outward, making streams like myself. If I've been sounding the alarm this whole time for years. But the top person no longer does that anymore. Then how does that make me look? Crazy. So this is why I'm going to give certain pushback. This is why you're going to have nothing but consistent critical thinking and critique going towards him. Absolutely, 100%, unwavered, unapologetic, because you showed bookiness. Shout out to my man from the other side of the pond. Buki, crazy Buki. Buki Dev. Bukiness, shady, shifty behaviors. You're weird with it. If you've been somewhat of a scammer in your past, learn from those experiences so that you can evolve and be better today and teach other people how to avoid being scammed, which you have done, but then you still show flaws, shortcoming at a stage in your life where you should have overcome that already, in my opinion. Like, you shouldn't have to be like convincing people that you're the best thing in crypto. You shouldn't have to convince people you're a giving tree. Your work should speak for itself. You help people become millionaires. You help people retire. You help people change their lives from a thought in your mind, something immaterial, something you can't touch. Allow people to actually change their physical life for the better. But that's not good enough for a person like that. That's not good enough for him. I mean, that's incredible, but that's not even good enough. There's a level of immaturity there, yo. I'm the giving tree, right? There's something missing. When I hear, oh, you the giving tree, why do you have to say that you the giving tree? There's something missing. That's for him. That's not for the world. That's to appease him. Because in truth, it's like a self-programming. It's like you're really not giving. You're sharing, sure, but you don't have to, just consistently just be in a state of self-aggrandizement, like just glazing yourself, talking to the world about, oh yeah, I make the world a better place. I'm the best thing in crypto. There you go. There you go. Because all you start to help show people is just the flaws. Nah, man. Nah. Open your eyes, people. Like, really open your eyes. I think I think the jig is up, like on the level where like people like caught on to Richard early, and like these last few years since Pulse Chain launched, a couple years, it's just been like eye opening. Like, folks know they on to him as far as like, if you didn't believe he's the reason why Hex, you know, went up 10,000x, if you didn't believe that, then, well, I'm sure you believe something now, because you got the chain. The chain's been out. You gonna blame the SEC of why you couldn't pump the market? Okay, cool. Now the SEC thing, 99% done. Another 60 more days, maybe after July 5th or whatever, we'll be 100% done. But what's the excuse now? Oh, it's about more eyes. It's about marketing. It's about what? As if the community hasn't stopped marketing since the SEC announcement was made in July of 2023. You mean to tell me you're trying to act like people stopped marketing? The chain was fresh out 2 months. People been marketing. You understand? Shit ain't adding up. It's not adding up, folks. Listen, there's no perfect system. There's no perfect situation. We're trying to find a way to get to a bag that possibly help us ourselves and help us help our loved ones. That's what it is, man. This shit ain't solid like that, like you think it is. No, 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 no. Because I thought what he presented was something solid. Principles, no admin keys. You tell the world no admin keys, but your operation has admin keys. Like it's things like that that bother me. Don't speak in a certain way that's absolute when you're not practicing what you preach. At least you want transparent. But this guy is always about in the shadows and privacy. You want to be transparent. At least say yeah you've said it in the past, but you more so it's all about immutable, no middleman D, no admin keys, no admin key. Post X has admin keys. You made an announcement before in the testnet phases. We get it. We get it. But it's not something that could be that absolves you though. But because you're the giving tree, you want everybody to believe that everybody should not trust the admin keys in the world except if it's under your control, except if you have the admin keys. Like it's why? Why do you praise scamming activities on your chain? You talked about how everybody can now do some leverage trading on your chain when in your streams before post chain you would talk about ladies, liquor, and leverage in a pejorative way, denouncing trading that you'll get wrecked. Meanwhile, your number one person has always talked about you call the Bitcoin at the top. Like no one could reach your level and surpass you. You're not the creator, sir. Like, yeah, people are going to reach your level and surpass you. People have reached your level and surpassed you. People have launched coins that have outperformed everything on your chain as far as like whatever you got going on with your four coins. That's just the truth in the spirit of support. But do you give them any acknowledgement? No, no. You want to tell people they could do leverage trading now, risking themselves to get wrecked. You didn't like meme coins. Now you're talking about, oh yeah, you got a whole meme launch pad. 4 months ago, launched in when January, an entire launch pad. No one, the world didn't even care about, except the people in the community recycling money. They didn't care. The world didn't care. Donald Trump certainly didn't care. He didn't use Postchain to launch his tokens. He used Solana, the off and on chain. He used that chain to launch. What's going on? Thanks for the donation, man. Mr. Frank, thanks for the donation. Appreciate that. He said, want to talk about admin keys. Please bridge them. Oh, PLS, bridge them. Yeah, it's just, it's out of control. To me, it's just out of control. I don't get that. I don't look. My thing is I don't get you saying one thing and you're doing something else. Don't hide it either, man. Speak about it. Yo, there's been good work. Talk about your chain. Talk about your chain is so advanced. It's better than Ethereum and all this and that and all throughput and thoroughfare and throughfare and freeway and highway and toll collecting. You speak about how advanced and superior it is. And now you don't want to talk about nothing else. You don't want to talk about no coins, no coins. The reason why sometimes you don't, I think that he doesn't want to talk about coins because not all coins scammed. And this is a shit that annoys me, right? Because I missed out. I missed out for my family, not even for me. Forget me. I missed out for my family and my community because I was too just focused in this RH principle maxi nonsense, sheer nonsense. Other coin communities, sub communities, sub ecosystems thrived. Amidst all the crap we went through, y'all, since 23, they thrived. That's the truth. And you know what? If I was part of those communities, man, if I really was part of those communities back then, I would be. You think I'm bad now talking about RH and being critical? I'd be even more critical. And maybe that's because I didn't rise to a certain level of maturity yet. Because I would have just been, I would have been a man. Listen, man, I would have been a thorn, an ethereal thorn all over him. Thorns, plural. Like you talking all that crazy stuff. You got all this stuff going on. Meanwhile, look at what we got going on here on your situation. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. Get it together. Wake up. We followed everything that you've taught to a T. Some of these people followed everything they taught to a T. I've heard them speak. I've heard the developers talk. They say, yo, they've been following RA since the beginning for years, doing this, doing that. They like Pulse Chain. They want to support Pulse Chain. Built things on Pulse Chain. Successful. X's, thousands and thousands and thousands. Yo, I'm like, it's real, man. The charts don't lie. People do. And this guy gets on the camera, pre-records some 52 minutes, and he's saying, oh, yeah, I don't like talking about any coins, no coins. These coins that outperform your tokens make your chain look good. Oh, shit, your coin outperformed this token. Yeah. It's inexpensive, man, and it's quick. You can get that automatically brings people to want to come and play on Pulse Chain. That marketing right there like crazy. What did you do, sir? You posted about some P-Dye in January, going 2.2 billion%, thinking you were doing something, and then a month later blew up in your face. And you scared. Did an 18 tweet that day where he just launched back to back. Oh, don't connect me to P-Dye. Don't put me to P-Dye. Y'all got too much smoke in these streets. Don't get me in trouble. Listen, man. Don't know. I'm not a part of P-Dye. All this, but before a month sooner, P-Dye. It was on my chain, 2.2 billion%. And bruh, this is what I'm talking about. You can't. Ja Soleil, appreciate it. Appreciate the sticker. Appreciate the sticker. Appreciate the support for y'all. Yeah, man. DJ Cryptomatic, what's going on? What's going on? Bill collectors at my door. Academacia, I see you. Our day is coming for sure, for sure. And until our day comes, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna talk shit. Until our day comes, I'm talking shit. Respectfully, I'm talking shit. Unapologetically, I'm talking shit. Until our day comes. That's just the truth. Period. And we're not gonna pretend like things. And then when our day comes, I'm not forgetting these times. Don't forget, because don't forget. I don't like to dismiss patterns and history in a sense. It doesn't occur the same, but it sure does rhyme. It sure does rhyme. And right here, like there's a different level of Richard that I'm glad I've come to learn. So I know how to move accordingly, moving in the future. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. There's no RH Maxi nothing and nothing no more. That's dead. He don't even acknowledge it. He doesn't acknowledge it. He doesn't even tweet about it. He doesn't have any slave, any representative of his tweet anything about some RH Maxi, where my Maxi's at, like he's done in the past since Post Chain launch. I remember he did that in 23. Hey guys, where my Maxi's at? Oh, the Twitter was on fire after he did that. But ever since then, it's been meager. It's been quiet. Nothing, because it's not about Maxi. Because he realized, and you can't even be truthful and open up and say that, but your actions say it. Speak louder than words, right? You can't even say that. Like, all right, you've grown. You expanded your awareness, your knowledge. You might not have been 100% correct and just thinking everything is your way. You've learned there's other things, just like you've had to outgrown your narrow-minded view on Bitcoin being everything. You cried on the stream, talk about how Bitcoin was a failure and failed him, and then adopted Ethereum. Okay, cool, cool. That's life. We change, we grow, we evolve. All right. But people not trying to, like, we thinking we doing the right thing, pushing a message. Come to find out, that message fell on not only deaf ears, but even he doesn't support the messaging anymore that the RH Maxis were pushing for. He doesn't support that anymore. He doesn't, because he hasn't. He hasn't talked about nothing. It doesn't matter. It's about marketing. It's about, hey, we got everything you want now. We have everything you want. Everything you want. You want naked JPEGs. You want people, doing memes, doing illicit substances. You want some homeless characters grifting. Oh, we have it all. Anything you want. A smorgasbord of illegal paraphernalia. All the works you could think of. We got it. Like the dude that used to flash, he used to wear a raincoat over here in Times Square. You flash one side, it's nothing but watches. You flash the other side, it's nothing but paraphernalia and all kinds of stuff. And they do butt ass. Sometimes they were butt ass, yo. Come on, man. What we talking about? What we talking about? John Soleil, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. No, we gotta do better, man. No, 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 no. I feel like we close, but the level of close I feel like we're at, it's not even related to him, y'all. It's related to something else. The forces are greater than one man. The forces are just greater than one man. I just wish that he wakes up. He wakes up and he sees the error of his ways. I'm sincere when I say that. He needs to wake up and see the error of his ways, the mistakes, the serious, dastardly mistakes that he's made. So he could learn and grow from them, because he's not perfect, and he showed us his imperfections very well. And I'm not blind. I'm not a blind person who gonna just say, oh yeah, yeah, one day closer, yeah, sure, clap clap, hey, hooray, for sure, 55 55 all day, hey. No, 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 no. It could have went a different way. This whole thing about exit liquidity, people are gonna sell pressure. Why are you disrespecting the whole community? Yeah, but you asking for people to market for you. You don't think people are going to sell? People are going to sell. People are not you. People don't have the care, or even the I would say, like, just maybe even the discipline, or even are interested in learning how to liquidity provide and single side stakes, so they could just exit out without having to dump the charts. They're not gonna do that. You show them the sell button, they're gonna just press sell. And enough is enough. And let it be until we evolve into something greater. Stop. That's what you're gonna deal with. But unfortunately, here, so far, unfortunately, he created a situation where people became so pissed off with him, so through with him, so frustrated with Richard Hart, that anytime you see any kind of, I'm telling you, check, listen here. You watching, oh yeah, 15%, 20%. Let that thing touch SAC, or anywhere even a little higher from where it's at now, not even at SAC. Let that thing touch almost half of less of SAC, like a 4 zeros and a 5. Don't be surprised if the thing retraces. Don't be surprised, because people just be dumping. They just dump. They just dump. They just dump. They just dump. They don't want to see other people succeed. They don't want to see other people win. They don't want to see other people have great experience. That's where we've been. That's where we're at. It's unfortunate, but that's the real. And this guy acts like he's so out of touch. You want to talk about some Celsius and how you raised $27 million. 4 years later, you still talking about some $27 million. Who you campaigning for? You telling that to people who are still broke. You telling that to people who are still broke. $27 million. That sounds like nothing to nobody, to people, man. A lot of people we didn't succeed yet because we were just holding on DCAing into something that went down 99%. You talking shit about Ethereum and the price of Ethereum token, but you what about your baby Hex, your baby, your love child, huh? How much did that go down? But you don't acknowledge. You're gonna talk about everybody's sell pressure. You think it's just sell pressure, supply and demand. You gonna that's your teaching, supply and demand. You're gonna economics. Everybody economics could see that supply and demand. I mean, no, it means your fuckery got exposed. Nobody cares about buying a token that they got rich off of. Just keep it simple like that. They don't care. That's how it is, bro. I don't care how glistening, supremely, whatever, authentic, avant-garde, brand new your technology is, and blah blah blah. Once they get rich, once they press sell, they are not. They bust their load already. They're just gonna throw their condom away or wipe their shit off and lay down and go to sleep. Nobody thinking about buying some shit again. Fuck all that. That's reality. That's human. That's not being no sell pressure and whatever pressure. That's being a human being dealing with a space that's emotional. Grow up, sir. Like it's just. Am I missing something? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. He could be the buy pressure. Let's buy then buy. Go higher. Buy pressure. Like you do that because everybody been doing it. Many people been doing it throughout all these lows. DCA to death. I haven't said DCA more in my life than I've said in the last 2 years. Some dollar cost averaging acronym DCA. And not on marketing. You need them on marketing. No, you work for yourself. You do you. You got the money. Go to Joe Rogan. Go pay your $1 million. Go do this. You're the one that's uber rich. I'm not. I'm trying to help myself, my family, my community become there. I'm tired of you. You do the work because I've been doing it. You do the work too. You've been doing the work. Everybody doing the work. Everyone's doing the work. Everyone who does the work consistently. DJ Cryptomatic was in here. He does the work every week, weekly, every other day, doing streams every day. Come on. And what you gonna say? What? And you gonna tell somebody like him, oh yeah, we need more marketing. DJ Cryptomatic, music. Every other day, I see on my thing live. This music. He got country, he got hip hop, he got roller skating, huh? He got pop. Whatever you want, he got it. That's one example. I'm just saying his name because he came in my stream. He's a streamer, a supporter. Been a supporter from day from for years. And what you gonna say? What you gonna tell him? What? Oh, we need more marketing. Who are you talking to? Your voice, his arms are too short to box with God. Like he's not God. His arms are way too short to box with God, and he's hitting a ceiling. He hit a ceiling. He can't go past whatever level he thinks he's at in his mind. He can't go past that level. Like you hit your ceiling. You pass the baton to somebody else who can then take this and run with it. That's what you need to do, and then just steer from afar. Steer from afar. Like that's what he's gonna have to do. Just listen, man. I'm gonna have to just change up and really pivot and reinvent and transcend levels higher because you already mastered this shit where you are right now. This dude right now is like he's not. He's just in a maze, right? All right, in a maze, looking for something better, bigger and greater. But you already did what you could do here. It's not gonna be greater than what you think. He has an interesting story, I guess, but the world don't care. The world don't care that Interpol is after you, red notice for some shit with taxes and you beating up a 16-year-old. The world don't care. Spam king and whatever, because you spam king and you paid $500. The world don't care that you used to sell dildos and car stereos. The world don't give a fuck that you created a token that's better than Bitcoin that went 10,000x in 22 months. The world don't care. The world knows you have a movie, the highest of stakes. The world didn't give a fuck. Still don't. They don't even care about no part 2, part 3, part anything. No one's even pretending to be him. My goodness. This place is like, this is a different thing. It's a different situation, man. Move with what you have. Move with what you have. Deal with what you got and keep it moving. When you hit the ceiling, you know, oh, I'm gonna have to go somewhere else, do something else. Do something else. That's where you at. $27 million life extension. And how much progress have we done from the 4 years when you since you raised $27 million? How much progress has there been with that? Oh, this is not my arena. Is, you know, is the guy, the founder, or the sends, but then he had to pivot because of misappropriation of funds and some shenanigans were going on with the money that was raised. The 27 million, it fell into shenanigans. But no, 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 that got nothing to do with me. I raised 27 million because I'm that guy and I'm the giving tree and I'm yeah, not your money. And people been streaming, and people been doing on going on spaces. You got collectors of people that go on spaces all the time. Every week talking about pulse chain, talking about hex, talking about something related to what he got going on, yo. And he talk about some more marketing. You got a guy who says it's your brother that he's been all over the internet doing what he does. All kinds of stuff going on, yo. Women that are fawning over you on the internet, they can see you do no wrong for years. You got people that got clothes out, right? Merchandise, gear, people who splintered off into other communities and you were their inspiration. You were their inspiration. What more marketing do what are you talking about? Why don't you get out of your own way? Because sometimes people we block our own blessings. This dude, get out of your own way and understand that there's people who launch coins that outperform yours. So in that sense, that's a success for you because you were able to create a situation where you hired developers that fork the Ethereum chain to then create Pulse Chain, create the airdrops, have everybody who participated in the thing made whole, in the sacrifice made whole. You have people who launched whatever projects they had on top of that that did exceedingly well, that they might not have had the same success on any other chain, especially on Ethereum, but they did it on your chain, and you don't see that as a win, but you want to write humble on your Twitter. You have nothing, there's not a humble bone in this man's body, bro. Humble where? Humble where? You fake. You just words. You don't emit humility. You don't where? You got folks, I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eye. I've seen it and I hear it. I hear certain people talk, developers who support this guy. And they crush because he don't even acknowledge them ever on any level. And he on their chain, making his chain look good. And if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for the work that, you know what I'm saying? Because again, men lie, women lie, the chart doesn't lie. Numbers do not lie. They help make his system look good. And they get no acknowledgement from him. I would have been shitting on this dude like crazy. Like, oh, this is what you're doing? This is the thanks we get? Oh, this is how this goes? Oh, yeah. All these developers, and even some of them did get mad. Like the Maximus Collective, they went to Gopher, they launched Gophers on another chain that didn't work out and all of that. But like the way they got mad and the way it would have been totally different. The way they got at Richard and the community, to make a statement, to sort of like show their displeasure with the whole EHEX PHEX debacle, my shit would have been levels higher. Crazy. Like if I was a developer and I did some shit like, and then I see Richard just want to fumble everything we did from the ground up. Oh nah, because all I would have needed was time. I don't have time because I wear many hats. Like I don't do streams like this all the time, but when I have a little time and I'm compelled and inspired by the spirit to speak, I'm gonna speak. But all I needed was a little time. If I had the time, man, oh, forget it, forget it, forget it. People would be mad with me. I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even care because be mad all you want. You can't say I'm lying because all I'd be presenting is factual information. Factual, 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 factual. Debunk that. You know what I'm saying? Be Weezy, bro. I appreciate you. Shout out to Be Weezy. Another long time support. All you guys, all you people in here you support, man. Much love to y'all, man. But shout out to Be Weezy in the building. Appreciate that. And people, yo, no one's gonna believe this except us. So that's why, like, that's why sometimes I just get on the thing and I just talk. Whether I sound like I make sense or I don't to y'all, it's immaterial. Because sometimes this is like I need to say these things because it's just it. You know what I mean? It's crazy because this guy this doesn't make sense. Richard said, "Staying humble." Richard, staying humble. Shout out to Richard in the chat. Staying humble. Shout out to Richard in the chat. Look, ENJ Dub, what's going on? He said the pump dot tires went up uh, more or just as much as any other token on the chain. To be fair, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. But the thing about it is, and even on that level too, dude wasn't a proponent for any meme situation. You know, he wasn't a proponent for that. It got to a point where he said X, not X, but Ink. Ink was the best meme token. The guy is like, yo, you got people on your chain using your chain, building on your chain because it's an entire blockchain. And he said X Ink was the best printer, best. I'm sorry, printer, best meme token. No, it's not. No, no. Then a year later, he launches a meme launchpad, meme launchpad. But I don't know because certain tokens like Axis Alive went up over a million X. HOA went over a million X. Another what other token? Finvesta, thousands and thousands of X's. Huh? The alien coin, Grays, thousands and thousands of X's. So it's like, mm, okay, all them tokens, whether you want to call them grifts, you want to call them scams, you want to call them all of that, they're still here. They're still here. And that's just what, four out of how many thousands? Thousands? And in many cases, it's not a question of if they have the money's there or not, because the money's there in the liquidity pools. The way that a lot of them set their stuff up, their situation up, their programming up, their infrastructure, however their operations are going, if you could sell, you could sell. One gentleman said on the stream, listen, man, he could have just walked away with over $250,000, and that's at like 15% slippage. And he did it because he loves his community. Who couldn't use 250, 300 racks off the love, off the love of being able to do it on Pulse Chain? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I mean, come on, bro. Nothing like, bro. You can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up, bro. Man, there's this link thing that's covering Richard's comment. I can't see Richard's comment right there, yo. Richard, what you writing? You said I had 14 seconds to do what? Shout out to Richard. Richard. Yo. Shout out to Richard, man. Push that comment over. Shout out to Richard. What they said to buy my meme coin. What more do you want from me? Oh, I know, man. I know. The early bird gets the worm. Early bird gets the worm. Amazing, man. Early bird gets the worm. Don't get scammed, man. Like, yeah, the early bird gets the worm, man. Early bird gets the worm. Cookies, what's going on? Cookies. Uh, are we gonna retire this cycle, John Paul Sex? I hope if that's your goal, I hope you do retire. If that's your goal. Me, I mean, I want to put it out there. I'll say yes, yes, yes. Claim it, envision it, visualize it. Sure, yes. Just because if why not? Aim high, be great, all that. But if we don't, we're not hurt. We're still blessed. Even if we're not able to retire this cycle, we're still blessed. We're blessed now because even now, believe it or not, the challenges and tribulations you're going through, man, some people got it worse than you. Some people are dealing with it worse than you are, than we are. So we fortunate. But I gotta go, guys. My phone is dying. Hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day, evening, afternoon, morning, and we gonna build. DJ the 504 grinder. What's going on? Take care, y'all.